Hi, I'm Donna Rhodenizer, and I'm here to tell you about my song, Pondering Penguins. This is a 32-bar song that has many applications and can be used across a variety of grade levels, depending on what you do with it. The song sounds like this. The penguin is a funny bird who waddles to and fro. He wears a dinner jacket to play out in the snow. He cannot sing, he cannot fly, it's really quite absurd to think our friend the penguin is even called a bird. He loves the icy ocean, he loves to dive and swim. How can he stand the temperature his feathers keep warm in? He's very good at juggling an egg upon his feet. I think an expedition would be great so we could meet. With that version of the song, I would use that with grade 3s, grade 4s. Because of those interval jumps, you've got jumps of a fourth, you've got jumps of an octave. There's not a lot of stepwise motion in this song. So for your grade 3s and 4s, this will be a good challenge for them, but it should be accessible for that level of singers. If you're using this with those grade 3s and 4s, there are a variety of things that you can do with the song. You can add a line dance to it. And for that, I like to do just a sort of a static motion, I call it, for the first section so you can hear the words. And so they're just swaying. So if they're singing along, they could actually probably sway and sing at the same time. And then there's an instrumental section where I would add a line dance, and then the song goes back to the original section again, the first section again, and you can either go back to singing and swaying, or if they can handle it, singing and doing the line dance. If you do the line dance and singing, the line dance involves 3 different actions that you're going to do. I like to do a touch of your heel in front of you and alternating feet. So you go heel, 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 heel. And then with your hands down by your sides, you flip your hands out and go flippers, flippers, flippers. And then we jump a quarter turn, and then you do that all again. So you just do that north, south, east, west so that you have 4 repetitions of that 3-action line dance. So by the time you finish doing that in the instrumental section, you're facing forward again. If you're doing that and singing at the same time, just be cognizant of the fact that when they're jumping and turning and singing, at some point in time, they will be facing backwards from their audience. So if they don't know the song as well as they should while line dancing, then that might be an element you want to leave out when you get back to the singing again and just go back to swaying. However, if you have some students, maybe you want just the front row to do the line dance as the rest of the rows go back to singing. There are options there to manage that, but just be aware that at some point in time, if they're all dancing and singing, they will be singing and being backwards from the audience. With grade 4 students, if they are doing recorder, you have the option of adding a very simple recorder part, I'll put it up here so you can see it. They only need to know 4 notes, low F, G, A, and C. And as you can see, there's lots of half notes, and the first, second, and fourth lines are the same, and only the third line is different. And so this should be fairly accessible for your recorder students. You can also, because it is written as a lead sheet, you can add a bass, xylophone, or bass or tone bars and follow those chord changes and have those played by students. All of a sudden now you have an ensemble. You have singers, you have dancers, you have recorder players, you have Orff instrument players. You could also add ukulele players if they can manage a C chord, an F chord, an A major, and a D minor, which are all the chords that you're going to need for the song. So it's a great piece, challenging for your vocalists, but it has lots of things that you can add to it to create a piece of music that works with your older students as well. If you are using the recorded accompaniment tracks that go with this song, there are some options there. We have a Donna and Andy performance version where we recorded that and put it on one of our recordings, and so you don't have to have your students singing at all, or they can sing along. And so that is available as a performance track. You can use just our studio accompaniment track that we used for the actual recording and have the students sing to that, so they're being accompanied by a professional studio band. The recorder part that fits in the instrumental actually fits with that center instrumental section, even with the simulated violin that plays in that instrumental section. So it's all very modular, so it will fit together nicely and it will work. And there's also just a piano part, so if you want to pull it back and just have the piano part to support everything else that's going on, that's an option as well. Pondering penguins can be used with your littles in a variety of ways. The original melody is too difficult for them to sing with those jumps, those interval jumps. However, I've written a simplified melodic line for them to sing, taking those jumps out, creating much more stepwise and repeated note melody lines for them to sing. And even within that, I've left a few of the interval jumps in there, but I've even written options. So if you think, that's still too difficult for my kindergarten students, there are some options within those options. You don't have to figure out how to recreate the melody yourself, and you don't have to contact me and say, oh my goodness, can I change the melody and use this version? It's written there, so it's as versatile as possible for you, and it should work for your younger students. If you are using the accompaniment tracks that are made available with this song, you can use the Donna and Andy performance version where we are actually singing the words and the students can add actions. So they can do just a simple swaying to the very beginning section of the song. They can do a simple line dance in the middle where there's an instrumental section, and when it goes back to singing the lyrics again, they can go back to swaying. They can add their own version of their line dance. You can actually just sway for that first action, go sway, 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 sway. And then if they bend their knees for the next action, bend, 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 and then jump. Or you can make up your own line dance. Have the students give their input. What would you like to do? And it could be free penguin dance. Choose one of these 4 or 5 penguin movements that we talk about and add it for your own line dance. If you would like to do a costume with your students, I like to do just have them all dressed in black, take a legal sized sheet of paper, cut the corners off, pin it top and bottom, done. Easy, and they really look like penguins, and it's not a big, expensive costume effort on your part. You can use the instrumental accompaniment tracks with your students and create a dance that doesn't have any lyrics, just add scarves or add a few instruments or add some different props and have the students create a dance that goes with the song. And then you can talk about the fact that it's the opening section, middle section that's different, and then the opening section again, talk about ABA form with them and just create a fun dance without any singing at all. So Pondering Penguins can be very versatile in your classrooms. It can be used with your older students. It can also be used with your younger students, and multiple applications and lots of fun things to do with Pondering Penguins. I hope you have fun adding Pondering Penguins to your library of songs that you use with your elementary students, vocal students, homeschool students, wherever you're looking for some fun musical activities. about penguins. Have a great day making music, and make music a great part of your day.